Our next guest tonight is equally entrepreneurial. He's a respectable team member at a charity day by day, and by night and weekends, a freelance photographer with a real passion for cars.
Every summer, many foreign wealthy tourists import their cars for use here in London. And in the affluent areas of Kensington and Chelsea, some of the most rarest cars can be spotted.
Tamim Al-Lameh is there taking some beautiful pictures, and his Instagram has a whopping nearly 2,000 followers.
Wow.
Not bad for a hobby. Tamim, assalamu alaikum, welcome to Living the Life.
Assalamu wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh.
So you love supercars? Supercars or just cars in general?
Well, for me, I actually like different types of cars, but mainly supercars. I don't mind also classic cars, especially American muscle. The ones that actually roar and make, really nice sounds.
The Mustangs and the
yes.
and the Cadillacs, I suppose.
Yeah. So generally, I mean, I have actually been interested in cars many years ago. Especially, I really fell in love with the sound of the engine and the sound that actually the exhaust, bursts out with very, very strong sounds. The speed as well, and it's basically very, very enjoyable to actually go out there, photograph these very, very nice cars.
What would you say is the rarest car that you've spotted?
Okay, rarest car that I've spotted, for me, honestly, I mean, I usually don't see Bugatti Veyrons around a lot, but when I spot that, I'm like, wow. Recently, there's this car, it's called Ferrari, and this is called La Ferrari. Right. It's basically the latest one. It's a very fast car, but what's so special about it? It's the design is completely insane. They've the person who actually designed it, he thought about it very well. It's designed to let the air flow. It's like it's got really good aerodynamics, and it's a crazy car.
Well,
if you're free, just go to YouTube, search La Ferrari.
We've actually got it on screen, I believe.
Oh,
is that the one?
This one? No, actually, the gold one, this is a Ferrari 458, and it's wrapped with the vinyl wrapping.
Oh, is it wrapped?
Wrapped, It's not really real gold, but this car is owned by a famous Iraqi kickboxer.
Really?
He's a world championship in kickboxing. His name is Riyad Al-Azawi. Yeah, so...
This is a picture that you took, right?
That's what I'm saying. Photography.
That's amazing, because that almost looked, when I looked at the car, it's almost like it's been graphically enhanced, or like somebody's mastered an image or something. That's just from your camera.
Yeah, it is.
Amazing,
it is.
amazing.
Yeah.
Well, listen, we've got a few. I think we should take a scroll through, and you should give us some direction, because there's some beautiful photos of a real range of vehicles. So I think the guys are going to get that up for us. But of course, there was a Mercedes SLS in that one as well, wasn't there?
In fact, a lot of people get mixed between the SLS and the SLR. This one was the Mercedes-Benz Slr. It's a wonderful car. It's a very nice car. You've got luxury and speed infused together.
Yeah.
Get this nice car. So, I mean, the Germans are doing really, really great job.
But effectively, we've also got, that's the SLS, right?
That's the SLS, you're right,
Wow.
yeah.
And tell us about this photo. So what I like about this one, if I may say, is you've choreographed it so beautifully. So we've got the very historic, elegant, but still avant-garde Chanel brand at the top, but then you've still got the beautiful colour that's come out. Has this been digitally enhanced? Have you done anything to it?
Definitely, yes. Now, firstly, what I normally do is take the shot and obviously upload it to the computer. And then from the computer, you can either just digitally enhance it using Photoshop. In my case, I actually use a program called Photoshop Lightroom. It's not really like Photoshop, but it's just dedicated to enhance photographs. So, for example, the highlights and the shadows in the photo itself, you can play around with it. You can play around with the contrast, the clarity, the sharpness, and also correct colors. So, for example, if your photo is appearing very warm, you can make it cooler. If it's very cold, you can make it warmer. and so on. Yeah.
Wow, and this is another one of your shots.
This, one of my
there?
favorite. This is a Lamborghini Aventador. This was parked, I believe, in Curzon Street.
On double yellow line, there's no ticket.
Double yellow line, no ticket. Yeah.
We couldn't possibly talk about highway legislation. That's too political for my liking. But the imagery isn't of the creativity.
Yeah. This car is one of my favorite because it actually challenges Ferrari. So it's basically Ferrari and Lamborghini, they're challenging each other. One's making a better car than the other. But Lamborghini is definitely a very, very, very serious car, fast car. The design of it is not just like for fun. It's designed to let air flow across it, which would obviously help it to zoom across the track, or in a straight line in a drag race, or
you talk
like
with
that.
real passion and conviction, doesn't it? And often people have said, mashallah, in these areas as well, where these kind of owners hang around, there's a real culture of kind of a buzz. Have you ever been invited to sit in these or ride in these or even drive them?
Actually, only once, and I was actually really, really thrilled. It was a Lamborghini Aventador. I sat in it, obviously in the passenger seat, not in the driver's seat. I would love to, inshallah, maybe one day. But the sense of speed is just crazy. As soon as the driver just hits that gas, you're going like that. It's just crazy. It's like, oh, it's amazing. I mean, words can't really describe it. You're going to have to be in that seat to actually feel the energy, the push. It's loads of fun.
Well,
it's loads of fun. Yeah.
Listen, I'm looking at some of these cars. We are talking about photography, but I'm just thinking practically here.
Yep.
In London, can you seriously get the most out of a car like that?
Well, to be honest with you, I mean, when it comes in terms of photography, there are a lot of people over there who are called car spotters. A lot of them are freelance photographers, professionals. They just like to obviously practice the hobby, or just maybe increase their photos in their portfolio. And what it is with street photography, you're limited to just the car and where it's parked. So you're going to have to actually walk around the car.
Yeah.
This is what I normally do. I literally spend a lot of time just walking around the car, figuring out what is the best angle I can take of this car. Is it like sideways, front facing, or a little bit like a sort of a bird's eye view?
Yeah.
Or, I always think about these stuff because the point of view is very important. When it comes to photography, you have to know, number one rule is composition, the framing. How well can you frame the photo? What do you want to include in the photo itself? So yes, once you're talking about street photography, it is limited because you can't move the car. That's number one. Number two, the lighting won't work in your favor, so you're going to have to try to work around it.
But I sensed you were saying the most of speed, right?
Speed as well.
But then this is where my argument comes. I'm going to put him on his feet. Porsche Cayenne Turbo S. What's the engine on that? 5.5 litre?
Roughly 5.5. Actually, as far as I know, 5.5. To be honest with you, I'm not really good with Porsches as well, because I can't even... For me, I can't differentiate between a lot of Porsches. Nowadays I can, because I'm focused more on...
well, I'll save you on this point. I've driven a Porsche Cayenne Turbo S.
Wonderful.
And I'll tell you this. When you're in a faster car, or one with a high engine, I actually feel it's safer. Would you agree? Because it's got a lot more power in your idle.
I think yes. Thanks to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, and also the knowledge of a human being being able to design such an amazing mechanism where they have to study many years of study just to get the balance of each wheel, the balance of the car suspension, how much power. And to be honest with you, nowadays we are in 2015? Technology has taken over. IT stuff, all the computerized stuff has taken over the cars. So mainly, you're not just, the driver's not doing most of the work. It's mainly the computers. You're just doing, all the fun, and let the computer do the rest.
And I have to ask one final question.
That's fine.
When you're taking those pictures, and obviously you're saying you're walking around, has the owner ever come up to you and said, "Oh, hold on. Excuse me, mate.
Okay, I've had actually a few people approaching me. Well, car owners themselves, they basically approach me. They're saying, "Oh, do you like the car, mate?" I was like, "Yeah, obviously I like the car. It's pretty nice." It was like, "Oh yeah," and then obviously I asked them politely, "Do you mind me taking a photo of this car?" Even though it's fine because it's on public, no problem. But it's also a gesture of kindness and politeness to basically ask the owner of the car whether I can actually take a photo or not. If they agree, no problem. And one important thing, I do ask them whether I could, if they want the plate number to be blurred or not. So also on public, some of them, they don't mind, it's fine. It's already out there in the public. So yeah.
Actually, that's good advice for any budding photographer out there or anyone who's interested in cars.